Two schools in Montclair were under lockdown today due to an apparent security issue, rattling the nerves of both students and parents. News 12 New Jersey's John Backey has more.
I'm a bit shaken up, but doing better now. I was really scared earlier.
Sophomore Max Haley is relieved to be home after experiencing a lockdown at Montclair High School.
They announced an internal threat to stay in place, so our teacher told us to go against the wall.
Officials have not specified the threat, but students and parents we spoke with said there was a rumor of someone with a gun in the high school, leading to the lockdown of the high school and of Renaissance Middle School next door.
I could see parents everywhere standing outside. We were not allowed to go, in the circle. It was very frustrating, scary.
Parents were not allowed to pick up students while the lockdown was in place. By early afternoon, the all clear was given. This parent received a text from the school.
All students and staff are safe. Please check your email for an update on the Montclair High School incident today. There was no credible threat.
However, she says the email stated that one person and their belongings were taken into custody. Students were dismissed after a half day, as scheduled for the holiday. In Montclair, John Bathke, News 12, New Jersey.
So that's what happened, guys. Probably going to turn off the TV because I don't really care about traffic anymore. But what I want to talk about right now is this involved me. I wasn't that scared because I don't go to the high school, Montclair High School. I'm a sixth grader. I know I look like a freaking college student, but I'm not. If I asked you guys how old do you think I am, you guys would probably say like between the age of 15 and 18 is what you guys would probably say. I know, but I'm a 12-year-old, and I know you guys are probably shocked by that. I just turned 12, and I know that's probably the biggest shock you guys have ever heard on my YouTube channel. Let me dim the lights because I just don't like it so bright when I'm filming. I just don't. So what I want to talk about today is the incident that you guys just saw on the news. So basically, I don't go to the high school, but right across, I go to school at a middle school in sixth grade, right across the street from the high school. It's called Renaissance at Rand Middle School in Montclair, New Jersey. And right across the street is the Montclair High School, which is a huge high school. It has like 3 different buildings, thousands of students. It's huge. It's where everyone in town goes to high school. I'm at one of the 3 middle schools in Montclair, probably the best, definitely the best one. It's a really good one. It's also very small, and it only has 3 levels, and it has like 200 something students, which is a very small middle school, definitely compared to the other ones that have like 800 students. But so let me tell you the full story of what happened, okay? So there's 3 levels on my school, and because of my school, and I'm on the 6th grade level, and because the school is so small, the only levels of the school that have bathrooms are the 7th grade level, which is upstairs, and the 8th grade level, which is in the basement. And the 8th grade bathroom is disgusting, smells like poop, and is even worse than the 7th grade bathroom. So I always go up to the 7th grade bathroom. School bathrooms aren't clean, I'm just going to say that. They're disgusting because I'm sure kids have peed on the floor. I'm sure it's happened before. But so I'm about to do a science test, and I went to a classroom that it's a class that I go to. It's not the science class, but I went over to a different classroom. It's like a more comfortable classroom. It has like beanbags and stuff like that, so it's really comfortable. And that's how a lot of kids learn sometimes, and that's how I learn. So when there's tests going on, there's usually about 10, 15 kids in there. I think this time it was 15 because there was lots of tests going around in the entire school. So that's where I had to go. And right before we began the test, I had to go to the bathroom. So I asked the teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Now, I'm not going to mention any teachers' names because of legal reasons. So yeah, let's just get into this. So basically, I was walking upstairs, so I'm not going to the bathroom downstairs. That one smelled like dookie. So as I was walking up the one downstairs, I got done, I did my business, washed my hands, and as I was walking out, I heard an announcement from the principal saying lockdown. Usually he says due to an internal threat, but this time he just said lockdown. Now, I thought it was just a drill, like, yeah, whatever, like what typically happens. We have lockdowns like once every 2 months, and we haven't had a lockdown in a while, so I thought it was just a drill, We have like lockdowns like once every 3 months, which I don't think is enough. Once every 2 months, something like that. It's not enough, but at least we know what to do. And a seventh grade teacher, who was right across the hall from the boys' bathroom. She was an older lady. She pulled me over into her class. It was a seventh grade class, obviously, and so I was in there with three other kids from different classes who had to get pulled into that classroom because of the lockdown. And I sat in that room for about 15 to 20 minutes, and obviously, the doors weren't even locked. It was more like a shelter in place type of thing. Kids were talking. We didn't have to shut the lights because of the incident across the street at the high school. Now, but just because of safety reasons, that's why we had to evacuate, because that person could have gone into our school, because our school is right across the street from the high school. And it was crazy because, you'd never expect something like this to be happening, but it did. And so, now you just wonder, like, okay, back to the story. I'll explain this later. So I sat there, and then about 20 minutes in, he said, any students who are held back into other classrooms, you can now go back to yours. You just have to be quiet and don't go anywhere. As the teacher was giving me like some kind of pass or something like that, I had to walk through the hallways with that. There were some teachers, but I was just really quick. It didn't even take me a minute. So after what happened, the aftermath, I went back to the class. Now, it was very hard to get that test done, only because your mind was so focused on that incident. Like, how can you do a test during a lockdown? It's very, very hard to do that, especially like a science test. It'd be a little hard. But as I was saying, I didn't even hear police officers or anything. The only thing I heard was two helicopters. Now, apparently, okay, so after I'm telling you my side of the story, apparently two kids were going to get into a gunfight, okay? And it's shocking because Montclair is a very safe town, I don't know how I should say, bougie town. Not really. Parts of Montclair are very bougie. I don't live in the bougie section of Montclair, but not even a minute away, there's a really nice section. So I'm very fortunate to live in a town. It's very diverse over here, so it's not as bougie as some other towns because of the diversity, but I'm very diverse town. So diverse levels of income, race, gender, age. Montclair's a very diverse town, so it's very fortunate to have a town like that. But back to what I was saying. A gunfight, okay? And I'm shocked because in a town like Montclair, a very high-end town, I'm shocked that this is actually happening. This is stuff that happens in like Newark and Patterson and Camden. You don't expect this to be happening in Montclair. So, but it turns out that it was just a hoax the whole time. And a cops actually had to search someone's bag and found nothing. But at least the good news is that now we know what to do. I was never scared to begin with. Even if it was a real lockdown in my school, if there was a gunman, heck yeah, I'd be scared. But, teachers always have it under control. All doors are locked. And even if you're in an encounter like that, there's always a way you can escape. Even if the classroom that I was in was very dangerous in a lockdown situation because their door lock is broken, okay? So if there was a real incident, it'd be a problem. So that was a downside. However, either you can attack or you can escape, or if you want to hide, you can always barricade the door. So that's something that you have to do. It's very important, because every time you're in a situation, you can always get out of it. It might take a lot, but at least you can do it. And this incident is a true story of mine. I was stuck in a lockdown, basically. And, we've had thousands of lockdown drills, but nothing that was real. And it shocked me because, I was originally going to make a silly, like, doing your dares type of video today, but I had to make this video only because this is a true story, and I know all y'all will watch this video because of this incident that happened. But that's all I have to say. Be careful, because nowadays, safe towns like Montclair are turning into dangerous communities. It's not safe anymore in this world. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video.